tell you something that sounds uncomfortable, but it might change your career. Most people do not get underpaid because they do not put in the hours. They get underpaid because they cannot communicate the value that they bring. And that value should be communicated in dollars. Because if you cannot explain it, you cannot negotiate it. I work in sales, and I am not about to turn this into a sales pitch. But here's the thing, we are all selling. If you're not selling a product, you are selling ideas. If you are not selling ideas, you are selling trust. And if you want bigger opportunities, bigger scope, bigger pay, you have to be able to communicate your value in dollars. Listen, I work hard is not a metric, but I was able to increase revenue by X. I saved Y hours. I reduced cost by Z. Those are measurable. And measurable is promotable. So today, I am going to talk about how you can increase your value as an employee in a way that makes your boss want to pay you more. Number one, you have to speak the language of money. Yes. If you don't understand money, you can never make more of it, and it's simple. I mean, how are you going to communicate and win in a relationship if you both do not speak the same language? A lot of people are amazing employees, but they do not speak the language that determines raises, promotions, or increase in pay. And that language is value. 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 And value is usually one of three things. One, how do you help the company make money? Two, how do you help the company save money? Three, how do you help the company reduce risk, which protects money? So we all do not have to be in sales to bring value to the company. It is about you understanding which of these three ways you bring value. And if you do not know how, you are guessing. And that leads me to point number two, which is having the big conversation with your boss. Here's the thing, I usually would advise that you figure out how you bring value to your company or how you're making impact. But if you cannot, then you want to have the boss conversation with your manager. It should sound something like, I want to grow here and I want to understand in a clearer way how I contribute to the company's success. If you were to quantify it, how do you think I help the company make money? Or how do you think I bring value to this company? And after that conversation, two things will happen. One, your boss will be shocked that you are thinking that way and would be impressed that you genuinely want to know. And secondly, you actually get the clarity that you're looking for. If you're thinking that, no, I'm not in sales, I probably do not add to the bottom line. No, this still applies. Let me give you examples. If you're in operations, you might reduce errors, improve workflow speeds, or even prevent delays that cost revenue. If you're in customer success, you might help reduce churn and increase retention, thereby helping to increase recurring income. If you're in marketing, you help generate qualified leads and thereby influencing pipelines. If you're in HR, you reduce time to hire, which prevents lost productivity. You all don't have to be in sales to generate value. You just need to be able to understand and communicate your value to the organization. Number three, you need to learn the profit logic, because after you understand how you help the company make money, you also want to understand how much does the company really keep. Generating $100 in revenue doesn't mean $100 is profits to the company. Profit might be $20, $30, or $40, or less or more. When you understand how much profits the company gets to keep, you are able to negotiate like an adult and not someone begging for a favor. Now, you are not asking for just a raise, you are presenting a business case because you are well equipped with information now. Next, number four, the value ladder framework. The simplest way to understand career growth is this. You want to move from being a bricklayer to a builder, then an architect, and then a city planner. As a bricklayer, you do exactly what you're assigned. You are efficient and you execute the task. Next, as a builder, you are not just placing blocks. You are building walls. You connect pieces, you understand workflows. As an architect, you design a new section, you create better systems, and you suggest improvements that actually work. Now, as a city planner, you are thinking ecosystem-wide. You anticipate what's coming, you align your teams. Most people think that more money comes from more hours, but that's not true. It actually comes from more scope and a larger impact. The goal is not, look how busy I am. It is, look how much I have moved. Look how much impact I have created here. So ask yourself this question: where are you currently on the career ladder? Now, number 5, if you want something you can actually do this week, here are 3 ways you can increase your value quickly. Number 1, solve an expensive problem. Yes, every team, every organization has an expensive problem that drains them of money, time, and trust. Find it, own it, and improve it. Number 2, make outcomes visible. Many people are working, but they are making impact quietly. I would like to understand why. Please tell me. Start summarizing your impact. Like earlier mentioned, make sure that you are putting figures to the impact that you are creating. I want to hear something like this: in the last 30 days, I have been able to improve X, which reduced Y and saved Z. You see? You are bringing impact. You are communicating with the language that the business environment understands. Number 3, ask for responsibility like a strategist. Instead of saying, I want more of this, I want you to take ownership. And you should say, I see an opportunity here. I'd like to take ownership of this. Can we align on it and see how I can create impact and what my growth looks like doing this? That's grown-up conversation right there. And that's how leaders talk. To close out, here's the big idea. Hard work does not necessarily equate more money. Value does. And your value increases when you understand how the company makes more money, how you contribute to that, and how you communicate that clearly. This week, you have one simple task. Translate your hard work to value. And that's it. Because once you can explain the impact in the language that the business world understands, you will stop hoping that someone notices you, because your work would speak for itself. With that, we've come to the end of this video. If you like this video and you found it relatable, go ahead and subscribe and like this video, because that helps us to keep churning out relatable content like this. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26.